Hi. I have no idea what I'm doing. I have no idea how I'm going to do what I want to do, what I have in my head. But we're just gonna do whatever the fuck. So I was gonna do a normal, I was gonna do like a normal, fairly pretty looking, like model look.
I almost died.
I was gonna do like a normal Halloween thingy, like something cute even with like glitter and stuff, but then someone broke up with me and now I'm unhinged and this is what happens. So, hi, how are you? I hope you're doing good. Hi. I don't know why I picked Voldemort, maybe because he was the most not looking like me character that I could find. I could have done Chucky and I would have been good. I already get the hair. I just needed to draw a few scars and I would have been good. I have a fedora. I have a striped red and black t-shirt. I could have done Freddy Krueger, but no. We gotta make it difficult for us. I don't have a wig cap and I have a lot of hair. Like a lot of hair. So because I don't have a wig cap, I thought I can like do something. So you know, like in movies, just wait a minute, I'm gonna show you it. Like, you know, like in movies where like there are like thieves and they like wear pantyhose and whatever. So I got one of my mom's and I thought I would use that as a wig cap, and I don't have wig glue, so I'm gonna be using wood glue. I wanted to do this like this wrap up while looking cute or whatever, but then I thought, like, fuck it, I'm just gonna not look cute. October, I actually started with Gravity's Rainbow. I started Gravity's Rainbow when the month started, but that book took for fucking ever, so I'm gonna talk about it in order of when I finished them. So the book that I started reading was after Gravity's Rainbow was The Ocean at the End of the Lane by Neil Gaiman. I did this whole thing where I asked a stranger on Goodreads to recommend me books, and they recommended me a lot of books by Neil Gaiman, and I made a whole video with it. And The Ocean at the End of the Lane was one of them, and it was absolutely like so freaking good. If you want a full in-depth, then I'm gonna put the video here somewhere. But yeah, that was cool. The idea is, my head is way too big. I have a huge like square shaped face, so I cut it, like I had to cut it, and the idea is to do this, yeah, like that. Oh my god. The idea is to do that and then to glue this and just like hold the back with some that's what I'm gonna do. The glue isn't working for some reason, so I'm going to start with something that I've always wanted to do, which is erasing my eyebrows. After The Ocean at the End of the Lane, I read Neverwhere, which was equally as good, if not slightly more fantastical. So they both are fantasy, they both are Neil Gaiman books, which are like immaculate. If someone just says this is a Neil Gaiman book, you know you're gonna have a fun time, if you know what I mean. Like, he's a fucking genius. But yeah, The Ocean at the End of the Lane follows a dude who goes back to his hometown, and he sits at this lake and he starts reminiscing about his childhood and this girl that he met, and shit that happened in his childhood, shit that now him as an adult realizes that that's fucking trauma, those are bad things, but like as a child he made them in his head to be this fantastical things that are happening to him, and we get to see all of that, and it was absolutely incredible. And Neverwhere follows this dude, a normal business savvy dude, this dude meets this bleeding girl, little child, on the side of the road, and he decides to help her, not knowing that this girl is not just any regular girl, but I look like the Grinch. That she is this creature who takes him into a world of adventure and into a world that he didn't even know existed. It was full of fantasy. I gave it 4 stars, and the only reason why I didn't give it 5 was because it was just too slow for me. I didn't have the physical copy, like I listened to it, and I know if I had the physical copy I would have even loved it more. Oh, the nose. It's a whole thing. I'm just gonna tell you about the nose. while these two dry. I look so fucking cute. It's crazy how cute I look. But as you might have guessed, I don't have any prosthetic stuff. So the nose, I have back issues, and I have pain, and I have K-tape, like athletic K-tape for pain. So like for support. So I thought maybe I could black out my nose with it and then draw the slits. This is the best video ever. So after that I read Without Merit, which is a Colleen Hoover book. I liked it. It was interesting because it's the one Coho book that I've read so far that I wasn't crazy about. I wasn't like, oh my god, this is like 100% oh my god, that's gonna be perfect. This is like 100% a 5-star for me, which is the same way I felt about the other books of hers that I read. I read Lila, Verity, Reminders of Him, and then Without Merit. The only one that I was just like, I'm not crazy about this, you know? But then it was relatable. It was literally like a fucking memoir. And I think if it wasn't that relatable, I wouldn't have given it 4 stars. But still, even if it wasn't that relatable, I still would have given it like 3.5, which is still good. If you come across this, can you tell me how you do your rating, please? I get confused, especially with Goodreads, because Goodreads doesn't give you the options to do halvesies. I only watch these videos and I'm sorry. Okay, I don't have any foundation, sorry, nor any foundation powder, but I have baby powder, so I'm gonna use baby powder. I do know I need to set these, so that's what I'm gonna do. So I just discovered that wood glue doesn't work on pantyhose when you try to glue them into your face. And this after Without just for funsies, I started Capital after Without Merit. I didn't intend on making it a whole thing, but it was disgusting. I would have been so much better with just a cheap mask. But Capital was a trip, my dudes. Capital was its own whole world thing. It was like I didn't expect to even feel what I felt. I didn't know what I was expecting, to be honest, okay? I did not know what I was expecting, but it wasn't that. Whatever it was in my brain, it wasn't that. Oh, I can't cover all this jawline with just one stick. It started out as me being curious, Capital, and then it went to a whole video, like a whole thing. This looks so realistic. I can't. Him, you're cheating on me. After Capital, I didn't even like expect to even have this book, but it was Romeo's Card, and that was, oh my god, that was its whole thing. I had it as an arc and I read it and I swallowed it up. It was beautiful. It was amazing. It was sapphic. We love sapphic. It was following Delilah, a pop star, and Romeo, a lyricist. And I did this whole video. As I said, I wasn't even expecting to do a video. This month is literally all over the place, and that's okay. I ended up giving it 5 out of 5 stars. It was literally like, it reminded me that of the basis of fantasy. It felt like it went back to the basis of fantasy. Voldemort has a low brow bone, like a very low brow bone. After that, I started this whole Murakami thing. It's the last video from this one, but I read only Murakami for the week, and I read Hear the Wings Sing. I'm looking at the mirror, sorry. And I read Hear the Wings Sing, Men Without Women, and Sputnik Sweetheart, and Men Without... I don't know, I can't choose. I was gonna say Men Without Men is my favorite, but I really cannot choose. Murakami is wonderful, and he is slowly becoming one of my favorite authors. Murakami is one of those authors where, you know, those incidents where there's something that you either absolutely love or hate, where you cannot be, or the majority of people are not indifferent. And Murakami is like that to me. I see him like that. Briefly talking about these, if you somehow stumble across this, please check out the channel because I do have the videos of almost every book that I'm talking about. I was so disappointed with Sputnik Sweetheart. I even forgot to mention it because I was excited to talk about it because I love the book, but I was disappointed because if the wig cap worked, this would have been so fucking good. You know, we want to hear the crazy thing? I have a Halloween party today, and I'm filming the video today, and I need to edit it and upload it today. And if you don't know that uploading to YouTube takes for fucking ever, and I have this PC, this laptop that is, I'm not even kidding you, it's like 15 years old, more. It's like almost 20 years old, and yeah, it's difficult to work with. So sometimes it just shuts down on its own, which makes it even more difficult to like upload with it and stuff. Like I'd be uploading a video and it's uploaded and everything is cool, and then it just turns off, and then I have to do it all over again and wait for like fucking hours for it. I don't know if you noticed, but in Goblet of Fire, when he comes back and he's like coming back and stuff like that, and he's transforming from being an infant or whatever the fuck he was into being a full-fledged almost human, well, half human. He has a perfect like timing where he is almost as described in the books. They should have kept him like that. They really should have kept him like that. Me, myself, as of course a makeup artist, I would have loved to recreate that, the scary version, because that would have been so cool. I also read the last book that I'm going to talk about. I also read Gravity's Rainbow this month, which is crazy. And now, like, going back and watching people's reviews and stuff like that, I figured out that it was crazy to read both Capital and Gravity's Rainbow in one fucking month. But I did it, and I'm proud of myself. Gravity's Rainbow was a trip, a fucking trip, my dude. It was this weird like trip. It was like being in a psychedelic dream. It was like being into an acid trip, not you taking acid, but you being a part of the creatures someone would meet in the trip. I loved it. It was a fucking masterpiece. It was like, that's the only book that would ever exist that's like that. That's it. No book will ever be like that ever again. Right with the fucking cap. I can't laugh. My nose will fall off. Hey. Hey. Have you ever wanted to see Voldemort wearing fur? Isn't this everything? Isn't this all your dreams came true? Isn't this all you ever wanted? Oh, Dumbledore, what are you doing with that wand? Hey. Thank you for watching. If you watched, that has been my October wrap-up and all the books I've read in October. I'll see you. Probably not.